Hello friends, in this video I will explain about the monetary transaction, its processing and how to give the batch input. So now when we talk about the monetary transaction, what is the first question here? So what is a monetary transaction and what are its types? So any transaction which affect our current balance, that is called a monetary transaction. It might be whether we are doing transaction like any kind of purchase, payment, return or cash advance or withdrawing money from ATM through our cards. So that is called the money transaction. Or it might be like posting interest or late fee, NSF, cash advance or over limit fee to your account. That will also come under the monetary transactions. Okay, if different kind of fees are generated by system, so that is called system generated monetary transactions. If we are doing some kind of posting like any purchase, sale, payment, return, so that will come under the user assigned transactions. Now we will talk about the online screen related to the monetary transactions. So first and very important screen is the ARAT, ARMT, ARQT. After that, next is the ARAP, ARMP, ARQP. After ARDH, ARBC. So we'll see one by one. First, what is the ARAT screen? So if most of people working on either on the development project or testing project, so we have to give input to the batch to for our testing purpose. So whether it's getting posting and giving the correct result or not, so we'll give the input to ARAT screen. So we'll see here how we give input to the ARAT screen. So first of all, to post any transaction, we need the five information. First is the account number, then credit plan number, default store number, transaction code, and amount. Here default effective date, it will calculate it from the system, or if we want, we can give it as per our requirement here. So here this is called the batch header. Here we'll give the total number of items in the batch. Suppose total we have 5 debit transaction or 5 credit transaction. So we'll give the total number of transaction 5 debit plus 5 credit, total 10 transaction. So number of items in the batch will be 10. So sum of the amounts in the debit transaction will give here in the amount of debit in the batch. So the same way we'll calculate the total amount in the credit transactions and we'll give the amount here. And remember one thing here. So sometimes we have given NOD 2. It means after number of decimal we have to give 2 place. Suppose your amount is 5,000. Amount of the debit in the batch 5,000. It means 5,000 followed by 20 here. So amount of same way we have to follow amount of credit in the batch 5,000 followed by 20 here. Since here we don't have the decimal place here. So once we give this information, amount of total number of transactions, amount of debit, amount in the credit transactions, we'll give here the default credit plan number here. So we have to check according to the system what is the default credit plan number, default store number, transaction code and default effective date. After that we'll press the enter here. So here we'll come to the ARAT screen here. So here we'll give input to the batch here. So first is the account number. We'll enter account number. The sequence number is not mandatory. So we'll give the transaction code here. Effective date. Suppose you want to give the date apart from the system or default effective date, we can give here. After the store number, plan number we have to give. Then suppose sometime we want to distinguish our transaction from the other, so we can give the descriptions as well as per our choice or requirement of the projects. So in some system we have the MCC code also, like merchant category code. We can also give it here based on the requirement here. So this is the first input we give. Once it is first transaction is completed, we press enter here. So cursor move to the second transaction here. So same here, account, amount, transaction code, effective date, store number, plan number, description if required, we'll give here. After that, we'll follow the same until we post all the transactions. Once we give input to the all transactions, we can see here difference here. Suppose calculate total number, suppose total number 10, what is the debit amount, credit amount, we can see here. So we can also see the difference here. Suppose we have given 10 transaction, okay, we want to give input for 10 transaction, but we have given 9 here or 11 here, so it will show the difference here in difference number. So difference in the debit amount, difference in the credit amount will be reflected here. If it is 000 means our batch is in balance. If there is any difference, so we have to check, okay, whether our where we have given the wrong input. So once suppose everything is fine, so we'll press here F1 twice. So again it will come to this screen, and a message will display here, batch agent completed or batch agent balance here. And batch status here will be C. See here, batch status will be C here. C means completed. So it means our input is correct here. So remember one question here, so which is frequently asked in the interview. So what are the important information we need required when we give input to the batch? So answer is account number, default credit plan number, default store number, transaction code, and amount. Here the same way, suppose you want to give input for the payment transactions. For that we have the screen ARAP, ARMP and ARQP here. So we have to follow the same process here. The only difference is that we have to give input for the payment only, and we have to enter the payment transactions code. Apart from that, everything is same. Now ARDH. ARDH display the header. This function used to display header information of the monetary batches online in CMS. So depending upon the option selected, the header information will be displayed for all completed, deleted or incompleted batch. The function can be used for AMJ1 and A means reject entry and AMM1 multiple reject files. So this is the ARDH how it display here. Suppose entry here we give in action A, we show all the batches. So after that we have to press enter. So it will display the list of all batches here. Suppose whether it's completed or incomplete or rejected, whatever it will display here. Okay, C means show all completed batch here. Suppose action A will give here in the C value C, it means it will show all the completed batch, means which batch status is C here. Okay, we can also give the batch number here to check whether it is status, whether it's completed or rejected, whatever it is, it will show here. So in this way here, see we can see the data batch, batch number, debit amount in the batch, credit amount in the batch. We can see here, and this balance in balance means our batch is your completed. So ARBC, this function is used to update the batch status of the monetary batches online in CMS. So we have the following option here. R for reactivate the batches, D for delete the batch, U means unlock the batches. So I'll explain in the next how it works here. We can see today T1 action R. It might happen that okay by mistake we have given some wrong input to the batch, but batch is closed also. Suppose we want to modify the batch here. So here in this ARBC screen, we'll give the batch number here and action R. R means reactivate the batch. Once reactivated, go to the AR empty screen and enter the batch number here. Once we enter the batch number here, go inside and whatever information we want to modify it, we can modify it. Okay, this way. We entered R here. So here we will get this message. The batch is reactivated to an incomplete status. Now we'll go to the AR empty screen, enter the batch number, and we correct our input there. And after that, once it is properly closed, we can come here and verify also in the ARDH screen. And after that, run the batch. Now, this is the most important parameter when it comes to the transaction control. That whether for debit and credit transaction, so what will be the status of the batch, whether when it is the post dated and back dated transactions. So this here is highlighted here. W means warehouse, dated 002 means from the current system. Okay, suppose it is post dated. Just take an example. Today is the 30th May, and after we want to give input for the 5th June or 6th June. So there is the 6 days difference. So whether if a transaction coming means a future dated 6 days, so whether those transactions should be rejected or posted or warehoused, that parameter can be set up here. The same way for the backdated also. So just take an example, today is 30th June and transaction is coming almost 1 month back. So whether those transactions should be rejected or posted, or if posted then how it will be. So those parameters are done here. So we'll see its value. If value as C means change the transaction date to the posting date. R means reject all future dated transactions. So W warehouse means okay, transaction will be kept in the warehouse file, and once the date will come, it will be posted. So this is all about the transaction postings. Please like, share and subscribe my channel S&T Power Vision. Thank you.